Yo guys, hello, hi, assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, namaskar. How you guys? It's been long. I haven't made a video. I know you guys have been asking for it. So here we are with another video. This time it's not an adventure. It is gonna be a little bit of review and a little bit of what you call it. You can call it a review of the match that is happening today. As you all know, today is the 14th of July 2018, which means today is the final of the World Cup, guys. The sport we all love, right? The sport we love from the day we are born, the sport which is loved all over the world, mostly, especially in the subcontinent, including the Sri Lankan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Indian countries. Now, as I said, today is the final and it is on its way. It's being happening today in England, Lords. The match is on its way, and as you can see, guys, 12 overs have already gone, and New Zealand is batting first with 47 runs and 1 wicket down. England is doing the bowling at the moment. It is the first inning of the match, and the reason I'm making this video is because I just wanted to shed some light on the incidents that happened during this World Cup session. Now, first, let me tell you, I'm supporting New Zealand this time around, just for the mere fact that I like them. Yes, I do like them over England. And the other one being, I strongly believe England being a top three in ICC countries, and England is having. Having being on the top three countries in this ICC, who is making all the decisions regarding these power play things, the review system, all these things, because they are on the top three, and I guess everyone is like arguing that these are the countries who are managing the cricket and manipulating the cricket in simpler words. They are manipulating so many things and keeping the thing the favor of the countries that that are more contributing in terms of money to the ICC and who is a bit richer. Anyways, that's a separate topic. I will get back to it maybe in some time later. Well, fine. So as I'm favoring New Zealand for this tour, and I guess the moral support is not gonna be enough for this time around. So what I've done, I have made a little bit of ritual. You call it a ritual. I can just try for mind only, and it's just let me show you it first. Let me show you it first, then I will take you through that. Here you go. As you guys can see, it is what you call. I made a box with 18 digits. If you count it from here, or here, anyway you count it, is gonna be 18 all the way. So it is one very powerful ritual that you do, and I have put some substance up here which I will reveal later. It's kind of a dried up leaves of one of the tree that is used to be like a tree of tulsi, as more of the Indian guys know. The tulsi is like used for this magical things and keep away the supernatural stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna do some charms over it to make it a bit more potent. Because I believe the writing is not gonna do the work for me, so I will put some charms over that. I will do it later. Okay, fine. So this is what I am doing to favor my country of preference right now. See now let's take a view, or just review the things that has happened in this World Cup. Most probably, I will just mention the wins that I guess have convinced me to believe that these two countries really should be here. I'm not against England because they are a perfect side, and I believe right now at the moment they are the second best batting side in the whole of the cricketing nations currently at the moment. After India, of course, India, who can be the Indian batting lineup starting from the day one. The cricket was born in India. They're the perfect batting, and Pakistan is the perfect bowling. But in this tournament, New Zealand has a perfect bowling. Just got a call in a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay, fine. Here we are back. So the win of New Zealand against India, what you call it, nutcracker. That was that was certainly something out of the blue. I wasn't expecting that, and I guess no one was expecting it for Indian batting lineup to crash like that. As we are all aware that England is a mighty batting side, the mighty, and keeping in view the bowling. The bowling did not this time disappointed them because they were on sport. They just I guess finished the things by 2:30 something. It was their batting, and as I said, the New Zealand has a class bowling lineup at the moment. So they just I guess they charmed them something. They just baffled them. They were surprised. They were bewildered to see the bowling of New Zealand, the Black Caps, and then the other one, Australia versus England. Some people may say that it was expected for England to be in the final because they're a fine side. But having said it, I guess everyone will agree with me. Australia doesn't look a strong team in comparison to the the old World Cup campaigns in the likes of Clark, the Pontings, the Wars, and the Gilchrist, the Hayden. The list can go on for centuries, but they managed to somehow come into the semi-finals. That was what was that? They managed to come into the semi-finals. How can they do it with that much of without much of the substance in their batting lineup and in the bowling department as well? I know the Starkey is a good bowler, but he's a good bowler. Everyone believes, everyone agrees with him. But who has to be? He needs someone who is on the other side. I know Barrendorf. You can say Barrendorf. You can say Cummins is there. But these are not the type of the bowlers that they previously used to have. In the likes of the Bretley, the guy coming to the other side along with the McGraw. The Bretley was there, the Bickle, the Gillespie, and they were go on. So Starkey was the difference, and then you can also argue that Jason Roy is the difference in England batting lineup. If I say England is a strong batting lineup, but see, England have developed their four players very, 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 with a lot of wit. They have spent the money, they have spent the time with the players like the Roy. They just developed this guy, the Bairstow. They developed the Hills. And then they developed the Joe Butler, and the most important guy who is doing the seam up work today in the beginning. I guess the whole World Cup he is the guy who is opening the bowling for England, and this guy's name is Chris Woakes. He came in, I guess, as an all-rounder. He was, he was kind of a medium pace bowler like Bhuvneshwar Kumar, but they developed him, and now see what he's doing the first over. Every now and then, I guess every time he's doing the first over for this guy, for his country, and he's doing pretty well. So these were the little bit of analysis of the thing. I guess in the second semi-final in Australia and England just was all over. England was all over Australia throughout the match. Australia didn't get any chance to come back from the first ball of Archer's over, which was the second over when Finchie got out. Finchie had a tough one. He was plumb. He was plumb in front, and the ball nipped back, and he actually made a mistake, like coming to the front foot like Virat made in this semi-final number 1. He came on the front foot without, same mistake was also made by Imam. If you guys remember, in India vs Pakistan match when Imam got LBW, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was taking everything away from him, and then come in this guy. I'm not getting his name. He just played one or two games. I'm forgetting his name. Maybe his name was Rahul something. He just he bowled one delivery that nipped back in, and he was plumb. So anticipation, you call it the anticipation. Anticipation can kill you sometimes, and sometimes it is in your favor. So these were the things. And now what happened to Pakistan? Pakistan had a tough luck. I must say, they had a tough luck in terms of winning all the matches. I guess they've won 5 in a row, but the match that hurt them the most, one can argue it was the match with West Indies, the first match. Well, I mean, come on, you need to give the leverage to the teams. Very first match, you're coming to play this, on a big stage of World Cup. You have some nerves, you have some, you have pressure over you. You need to, adjust to the conditions being, and then you can also argue that they were playing with England before this World Cup, so there was not much of pressure or something. But see, it's a big stage. World Cup cannot be compared with with the series. 1-1 series. The World Cup cannot be compared with that. Anyways, that match that does hurt, but what hurts them the most is the match that got abandoned with Sri Lanka. Trust me, I am in this favor. You can comment down below if you agree with me or not. But this match against Sri Lanka that got washed out, we lost a crucial 2 points here. In case we had won that and England had beaten New Zealand, New Zealand had beaten England in that match in which they lost badly, things would have been different. And if India has beaten England, now that's a touchy subject. What has India done in that match? Well, I think they have already cultivated the fruit of that. In the semi-final, they lost miserably. They were overpowered. They were, they were rolled over. They just cropped the fruit that they had actually cultivated. Anyways, so Pakistan journey has been little tough. They had won 5 matches in a row. Despite that, they got out because of some shitty NRR. That's crazy thing that this whole World Cup is actually crazy. Keeping in view that so many matches that got abandoned. Who was the guy who actually proposed to do this World Cup in this season when it is known to be rainy, like in all over the subcontinent. We have the monsoon season starting from June, July, August. In these 3 months, we have crazy rains, crazy rains. We got floods, we got so many stuff there. So it was a bad proposition to have the World Cup there, but as they have done it, so here we are now with the final thing. So final, as I told you, I'm favoring New Zealand here. And I also wish good luck to England that they do it. But keeping in view the things I'm doing here, I think they will be a little disappointed in the end because they are gonna lose it. I cannot say it for sure, but I wish this happens. So, guys, this was a little review of the World Cup. I know. Tell me in case you want me to shed some light on the other matches by like going through each match one by one. I can do that in case the matches are interesting. But don't tell me to do a analysis of the match between Afghanistan versus Bangladesh. I mean, it's not against them or anything against them, but I think I should be, doing the reviews or video should be made on the matches that matters. The matches that are of some substance. Afghanistan has lost all its matches, so no need to do the review on such countries' matches. It will be a waste of time. No more people know about this Afghanistan team players as well, so it will be a bit of a boring thing. So some tough matches, what you call the clash of the titans. You can ask me to do this for England, Australia, ball by ball, or you call it by session battle. I can do that. Anyways, having said it, so it was. It was just a review thing. We've just gone through, some main matches that has happened, and especially for the matches that has happened after the Robin. What you call it? Robin Blues? Yeah, Blue Robin. What the fuck is that word? Whatever it is. Anyways, we have done some reviews of this thing. This after later than that stage, and we shed some light on the matches of Pakistan. We can do it later. And I wish you guys are doing great out there, and I will catch you next time with the next video. Till then, peace out.